Thanks for tuning in to our Locked On Bears, Locked On Patriots crossover podcast today. Crossover Thursday is presented by PrizePicks. Download the app and use our promo code Locked On NFL to win $50 instantly when you play $5. Lauren Cox from Locked On Bears here with Mike Debate from Locked On Patriots, looking at some of the keys to victory for both of these teams. Mike, I think we've been focusing a lot on the trenches for good reason here. Does it apply the same on both sides of the ball for New England, or do you have more confidence in that defensive line than you do in the offensive line there?
Well, honestly, I do have more confidence in the defensive line than I do the offensive line, and that's simply because of personnel and continuity. But at the same time, you look at this defensive line, and the Patriots have not been able to stop the run. They haven't been able to consistently be a force up front and find players that can come up and help Devon Godchaux, who's really been a one-man show when it comes to run stoppage and it comes to being a force in the front. Christian Ellis, Raekwon McMillan have had moments, but they haven't been consistent enough for the Patriots to say, okay, well, they found their guy that can take some of the pressure off of Devon. So if the Bears are looking to take advantage, if they can win battles up front, they get a very good chance to keep this Patriots defense on its heels and really gain some pretty big yardage, most importantly on the ground. But they do have the ability to beat the secondary if they can put a lot of pressure on this team. On the offensive line, obviously, it's about limiting pressure. It's about taking Drake May and giving him the opportunity to step into his throws, make throws from the pocket, and be able to make things happen. Also, the Patriots are going to need to get consistent run blocking to be able to open up that running game and utilize the outside zone looks that Alex Van Pelt wants to incorporate with Ramondre Stevenson. And then on third down with guys like Antonio Gibson that can take pressure off. So a lot is going to be opened up for the Patriots if those two lines come to play. If they can do their jobs, yeah, the Patriots always have a puncher's chance, and I think they will have a puncher's chance in this one. If they don't, it's going to be a long afternoon in the Windy City for the Patriots.
So, like, what does it look like? Like, what does a Patriots win look like? Like, if we fast forward to the game's over and the Patriots won by whatever score, what does it take for them? What would they have had to have done in that game that succeeds, like puts them to that path to victory?
First and foremost, they need to win the battle on both sides of the line of scrimmage. They need to be able to dominate or at least control the game from both sides of the line. If they do that, the Patriots always have an opportunity to win. They need to be able to control the time of possession. They also need to keep the flags out of the officials' hands. This is one of the more penalized teams in the league right now. They need to play smart, consistent football, not beat themselves, and they need to protect the ball. They really need to avoid the turnovers that have been so costly for this team. So even though it sounds so rudimentary, Lauren, even though it sounds like it's very basic, these are the things that the Patriots need to do to win. But if they are winning and they are doing these intangibles, it involves a strong running game. It involves Drake May taking shots down the field, stretching the field with some of the pass catchers that he has, and some of them can do it, like Demario Douglas, Kayshon Boutte, and even a Tyquan Thornton, who's kind of been forgotten about in this offense. He's got the speed to do it. If he starts hitting these guys and then utilizing the red zone for short runs from Ramondre Stevenson and short passes from Hunter Henry, that's how this team can win. And on the defensive side of the ball, if they can use Christian Gonzalez to lock down one of the top options that the Bears have in terms of a pass catcher, whether it be DJ Moore, whether it be Cole Kmet, Rome Odunze, it could be Keenan Allen, whoever the Patriots decide to focus in on, that's the other members of the secondary have to step in and do their jobs as well. All of that has to come together. It sounds like a major stew with a lot of ingredients, but that's the type of product that the Patriots are putting out right now. Going to take a complete team effort to win a ball game.
From the Bears side, I think there's, even after they've struggled the last couple of weeks, I think there's a confidence level that the Bears defense will be able to get a couple turnovers off of Drake May and the Patriots offense and generally hold them, under 20 points at a maximum there, right? Like thinking probably in the, 13, 14, 17 point range is where this Bears defense can hold them. So then the real question for Chicago then is, can Caleb Williams and this offense rediscover some of the things they were doing well a month ago and get back to just like non-messy looking offense? They just haven't been able to consistently find a rhythm and keep him upright and clean and let him operate and get the ball to all those weapons you were talking about. Like the whole point of trying to put Caleb Williams in this team was, okay, You give him more and Dunze and Allen and Kmet and DeAndre Swift, like he's got some of the best weapons you could hope for any rookie quarterback coming into, and they just haven't been able to find ways to really maximize that talent and get the most out of him and get the most out of them and put those guys all in position to succeed. But like the talent is there. It's just about getting more out of it. And I think they look at this Patriots defense as something that's a little bit more vulnerable than the last couple of playoff caliber teams they face, and that this can be the game to kind of get right and right the ship a little bit before they got a bunch of divisional games coming up on the schedule that they're trying not to look ahead to. But if the Bears don't find a way to get the offense going against the Patriots, if they find a way to lose to a 2-win New England Patriots team, there's some real smoke around Matt Eberflus's hot seat right now. The Bears have never fired a coach in season, and I still think a loss to the Patriots wouldn't have him lose his job, but they might have to start firing some kind of assistant, some kind of scapegoat opportunity here midseason, because this would be as close to rock bottom as it feels like the Bears season could get at this stage of the process.
Yeah, that's a fair assessment, and it's amazing to hear that consistently week to week. That losing to the Patriots could be a catastrophic thing for opposing teams for so long. Back to when my predecessor, Mark Schofield, had this chair and this microphone talking about the New England Patriots being, a team that was always formidable. It's tough. It's tough to hear, but at the same time, you're absolutely right on the money, and I agree. I think this week is going to be a very difficult week for the Pats. I think they're out talent matched when it comes to both sides of the ball by Chicago. It's going to be whether or not the Patriots can play up to their level and whether or not they can force Chicago into some mistakes. To me, that's the only way they come out of the Windy City with a win this weekend.